Hello there, Leo. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your March 2021 Tarot, Oracle, and Astrology reading. We're going to get into all of the themes, messages, and main elements that you will need to be aware of for your month of March 2021. I hope you are all doing great out there. It is always wonderful to welcome my Leos back to the channel, and if you are brand new here, thank you so much for stopping by, and as always, I invite you to reach out there, hit the subscribe button and join the Dragon family, and also give it that like up by clicking that like button. So Leo, just a few quick notes before I start any reading. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with every Leo out there, so please take what makes sense to you and leave the rest behind. This will mostly correspond with Leo's Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising sign, folks. And all of our Leo cross-watchers are welcome to join in as well. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information on the card decks that I use in my sessions, or would like to leave a donation for the channel, all of those links and information are down below in the description box. So let's go ahead and get started, Leo. I'm going to start out with some oracle cards to give us some major themes and helpful advice to get us started. So dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with our Leos and show us everything that they need to see, all the information and guidance to be made aware of through this month of March 2021 for them. Thank you so much. All right, Leo, so this card of protection is coming up as your main key word and key theme. I love this card because it really shows us the grounding, the stability, the roots, of the tree, keeping us, safe and steadfast and protected in Mother Earth. And then it also shows, that the branches are protecting us above. So it's really this beautiful as above, so below kind of energy. And it's just really reminding you that even if the storms of life are going on around you, that you are protected, you are safe, you are stable within that divine wall of protection. So let's get into a numerology card. Let's get a specific number and guiding theme there. And we have spiritual career coming out with the number 78. I love that one. So Leo, you may be really working towards a more spiritual, creative, or unique career. And that path may be really opening up to you. And sometimes, when you're starting on that path, it can make you feel a little bit nervous. And that may be why that protection card is coming up, really as a message from the divine, that even as you make a big career transition or move, you're still protected, you're still safe. Don't be afraid to walk your path. So let's get into a crystal or chakra card here, where it shows a crystal or gemstone that are good for you to work with along with the chakra that it will highlight for you this month. Oh, I love that one for you. That's a perfect card. Perfect gemstone for Leo is the tiger eye. Absolutely. Very feline energy. Connects us with our animal spirit guides, connects us with our solar plexus, and brings through a lot of self-esteem, confidence building. And so that's very much what I feel is with this combination of cards right here. There's that protection, there's that courage, confidence, strength that comes from the tiger eye, activating that solar chakra. And then we have guiding, you towards the spiritual or creative career, something that's really soul fulfilling for you, and you feeling very protected as you move towards that. So the number 7, 8, or the combination of 78 can be very important for you as well during this month. All right, Leo, so let's go ahead and look at your astrology for a moment. Let's take a peek at that first. And we're going to just check on in here. So Leo, right now we have the Sun, Venus, and Neptune all moving together in the mysterious, mystical, creative sign of Pisces. I would say that this is a big reason why a lot of us are feeling a strong emphasis on the spiritual, creative realms. This could also be why doorways to a spiritual or creative career are opening up for you. I will say that this, you know, these planets for you specifically are going to highlight the universal 8th house. Once we start moving ahead into the sign of Aries, which comes after Pisces, you're definitely going to feel that shift. The sun moves from Pisces to Aries, along with Venus moving from Pisces to Aries on the 21st. That triggers the spring equinox and the beginning of the astrological new year. Mars will also be moving out of Taurus into Gemini. That's going to also be a very positive shift in energy for you, because Mars in Taurus is kind of slow. It's very steady, and sometimes it can make things feel like they're just not moving ahead the way we would like them to. Also, Taurus is a sign that squares you, Leo, so it can really make you feel stuck. A lot of us have felt that energy over the last 6 weeks, but as it moves into Gemini, that does activate you in a really nice way. It helps to get things moving and helps doors of opportunity to start opening up again. So I would say that, you know, this first part, most of the month of March, is more intense. It's emotional. There's an emphasis on psychological knowledge, understanding, and healing and growth. And then once we start shifting over into the energy of Aries after the 20th, you're going to start feeling that, you know, the doors start opening, things get more optimistic, adventure, enthusiasm come up much more strongly. And the full moon rounds out our month in the sign of Libra on the 28th. So that's going to be a nice energy for you as well, Leo, that will activate that universal 3rd house and get those communication energies flowing really nicely for you. So let's go ahead and get into your tarot read. We're going to do a nice full Celtic cross spread and get a nice look at what's going on for you for March. I'm going to be using the Angel Wisdom Tarot for the main spread and highlighting and clarifying with the Light Seers Tarot. So let's see, Spirit, what you have in the tarot for our Leos. Please show us everything they need to know. Nice. Okay. All right, Leo, so let's get into this. So the first card coming out is going to be our 6 of Pentacles. That is the center of your Celtic cross for this month. So to me, this is a big balance currently on reciprocity, giving and receiving in equal measure. This is really that card of knowing that the good you do comes back to you. It can be an inflow of abundance, borrowing wisely, paying off a debt, you know, sharing your wealth with people who need your help. But it's also that big reminder that everything needs to balance. So Leo, if you find yourself continuously giving without ever receiving, you've got to, you know, analyze that situation or that relationship to see if it's healthy, to see if it's worth being in. So let's get a clarifier on this card. And we have the 5 of Wands. So there could be a little friction about it, no doubt. 5 of Wands to me is a card that gets a bad rap sometimes in readings because people always immediately say it's negativity, conflict, arguments. I don't see this as like rough, terrible arguments, but it definitely is kind of a tussle energy. It's sparks of conflict and contact and movement. The number 5 is always about movement. And so I do feel that you will be willing to stand up for yourself and say, you know, if something doesn't feel fair to you, you'll let somebody know. You're not going to just suffer in silence with it. In the immediate past, we have our Awakening card. This is the same as the Hanged Man in the traditional tarot. So that is a Neptune energy. It's definitely, you know, that temporary pause as you go through a time of spiritual reflection and insights. Sometimes it gives you a different perspective on a situation. I would say that for a while, or for a season, Leo, you've been feeling kind of in limbo. It's like one, you know, part of your life hasn't completely closed, or you haven't had that closure, but the next cycle hasn't completely started, and it's not always comfortable, right? That Hanged Man energy, it's not always comfortable because it gives us that feeling of just having to wait and get the lessons and get the spiritual advancement till we go to the next level there. So really do feel like you've had to be patient. Yeah, it's taken strength, it's taken courage. Here's your Strength card. That's one of your power cards in the tarot, Leo. So, you know, this has definitely taken you learning to balance. Look at that, 2 sides of yourself, right? The lion and the spiritual angelic being, right? That's part of all of us, because that's our emotions, all our ups and downs, and the physical carnation balanced with our spiritual energy. So it does take a lot of courage to balance those two sides. And that Hanged Man is also about balancing two sides of ourselves as well. So there's definitely been an energy going through you, where you've been, you know, kind of trying to close out one cycle, get ready to embrace the new one, and has taken a lot of your courage. I do believe that new beginnings are coming, especially in the realm of communication. That's definitely coming up, especially in your astrology, where Mars is moving into Gemini. The full moon in Libra later in the month will be landing in the Gemini house for you universally. And there's our Page of Swords, which brings in new communication, new ideas, new thought processes. You might be getting a lot of text, a lot of info, especially as we start getting into the later part of this month and beyond. And there's our 3. There's our Empress. Beautiful energy here for you, Leo. So to me, this new connection, this new information, all these new messages, and the back and forth of creative ideas, this is going to help you to start manifesting and turning some of those dreams into reality. That's a very, very nice energy indeed. I also do like the fact that Venus will be moving into the sign of Aries on the 21st. That's going to be very positive for you as well, because it is, again, a fellow fire sign. On the subconscious card, which you are focusing on internally, we have the 5 of Pentacles. So to me, there could be this feeling of fear, being left out in the cold, a scarcity consciousness kind of energy. So you don't want to have negative thoughts manifesting into something that is negative, right? We don't want that kind of manifestation. So it is important for you, Leo, if you feel cut off from the divine, cut off from love, cut off from relationships or family, it's really time to start changing your perspective. Don't just stay out in the cold. Don't stay out by yourself. Get up, go around that building, try the doors, knock on the doors if you need to, because you can still access that inner divine sanctum. It's really about changing your perspective many times. And we have the King of Pentacles. Yes. So Leo, what a change. I mean, to me, the 5 of Pentacles can be those fears of not having enough. The King of Pentacles makes good decisions so that he knows that he'll have enough. So it's really about changing your approach and internal attitude or dialogue towards resources, finances. You know, how do you save? How do you spend? What is really important to you? Really getting, you know, in touch with what your internal value structure is. What makes you feel good? What can you let go of versus what do you really need to be content? That's very important this month. So on the top, crowning the spread, message from Spirit, is the Renewal card. This is the same card as the Judgment card in the traditional tarot. So it comes with that very strong Pluto rulership, which is the ruling planet of Scorpio. And so I will say, like, you know, with all of this Pisces energy from the planets in the beginning of the month, you're definitely going through some Scorpio kind of energy. There's going to be a lot of rebirth, renewal, resurrection, you know, kind of returning to life after a big cycle of change and transition. You may feel like you're kind of rising from the ashes in some ways as well. So let's see what we have clarifying this. And look at that. Yay. So Leo, the Queen of Wands, is clarifying this card. And I feel like that's a super positive message from Spirit for you, because the Queen of Wands is our Leo Queen. And so this, to me, it's like you're resurrecting and restoring back to your true self. I really do feel that. That's even what I feel from that immediate past with the Hanged Man and the Strength card, is very much you letting go of old things that need to be turned loose. But once you've done that, once you've had that big transformative cycle, it's like you really come back to center. You really come back to understanding of what brings you joy, what makes you happy. The Queen of Wands is all those positive Leo attributes: generous, warm-hearted, creative, loving, open, talented, vibrant. So those are all the things that you are bringing back into your life, and Spirit is letting you know it. So let's get some advice here for you, Leo. Let's see what's coming up next in this reading. Ooh, nice. Wow, very dynamic. Oh my goodness. So Leo, the suggested approach is the Emperor card. This is our Aries energy, absolutely coming through very strongly. And so, like I said, getting into the later part of this month after the 20th, I think that the energy will pick up quite a bit. If it's not already moving at the beginning of the month, it will start moving towards the end. But this is really encouraging you to embrace your leadership role, embrace your fire, your courage, taking charge of the situation. Wow, this is really stepping into some power and sovereignty here for you. Going and getting what you want. That's the Emperor right there. And there's the Moon. Oh, so we've got, there's our Pisces. Look at this balance here, Leo. You're really working with the planetary energies this month, definitely. Because here's our Pisces. Here's that more intuitive, sensitive, psychic energy that you're really tapping into your intuition. And I think that that's going to help you to be informed about where to take the action next, where to make the movement in your life. Very nice balance of kind of divine masculine and divine feminine energy. Going into what you need to know, we have the Ace of Swords, guys. So this is clarity, victory, success. If things seem kind of misty, kind of confusing through parts of this month, which no doubt they will be because we are in Pisces season, this is saying that you're going to get clarity. You're going to start getting those answers that you need, and things will not be as confusing as they have been in the past. Yep, and our Queen of Pentacles is coming out here. So we already had the King of Pentacles. Now we have the Queen. I think that your decision making that you start to have and the clarity that you start to have is going to really inform you well of how to handle your resources. That does seem to be a really big focus for you this month, Leo. And because you're getting both the Queen and the King of Pentacles, this could be somebody, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or somebody that just has that very practical, earthy common sense that's able to help you ground, balance, figure out what to do with your resources and all that kind of thing. That's going to help you quite a lot if you have somebody that is mature, wise, and has your best interest at heart to help you with that. Hopes and Fears card is our Knight of Wands. So this is Sagittarian energy. This is definitely that forward movement. Things coming into your life very, very quickly. It's very fast moving energy. Could be sometimes a passionate relationship or situation. I think it's part of you wants that very much, Leo, but then part of you is a little bit nervous about it as well. But you do have a lot, big time Sagittarius energy. You may have a Sagittarius pursuing you, Leo. And on one hand, you might feel really positive and upbeat about it. And then on the other hand, you're like, oh man, is this too much for me to handle? That's very strong with the Temperance card clarifying the Knight of Wands. It's some strong Sagittarius energy. Going into our outcome card, we have the Seven of Wands. So to me, that is standing up for yourself, being very solid about what you want, what you will accept, what you won't accept, Leo. That's a very powerful card of assertiveness. And we have our High Priestess on top of this. We really do have a very interesting balance of energies here in your reading. I do feel like there's a lot of fire, a lot of leadership, a lot of forward movement, but there's also checking in with that intuitive space and really listening to your soul as well. So it's a nice balance. We have the Sun card coming up, Leo, on the bottom of the deck. So a lot of your power cards are coming through. We had the Strength card, Queen of Wands, the Sun. There's a lot of positive energy around you. There really is. And the Four of Wands, which is celebration, soulmates, twin flames, happier home environment, all of that coming to the surface. So Leo, this is a powerhouse kind of month. I think some of it's going to be an emotional month. because the energies of Pisces and Aries are very emotional, but there's going to be a lot of progress for you is what I'm really seeing here. It's a lot of motion forward. I think you're going to be working a lot to balance money and resources and get clear on what's most important to you in your value system and structure. And you're also going to be working both with your mind, your heart, your resources, and your intuition. It's a nice balance here. So let's get an affirmation through the spirit guides of this Keepers of the Light Oracle. Ooh, nice. And this is very solar feeling as well. There is so much beauty in this reading. We have the tiger eye, the sun, the strength, the Queen of Wands, and now this beautiful spirit guide, hope, love and acceptance. Look at this. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth and choose loving thoughts. So Leo, only fill your thoughts with good energy, good affirmations. Remember that you are loved. Remember that you are loving. And don't be afraid to shine that light through this month. So I hope March is absolutely incredible for you, Leo. And I will be seeing you again very soon. Take care.